Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, 4 Nerds by Nerds, hanging out with all these nerds today.
Hi.
And we're going to be playing some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons with my Griffin Gaff campaign. And we have some game designers, some YouTube personalities you may or may not have seen before. Maybe you're finding us for the first time. I'm going to start with Alan. You want to say who you are, what you do, and who you're playing?
Hey guys, I'm Alan, also known as Archillion from Forged Dragons, and I'm bringing Victus Bloodfang to this campaign, the Dragonborn Knight.
So you're bringing Victus back.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm with the Nerdarchies. If you're watching this, you found us. Congratulations, or I'm sorry. And I am playing Clockwork of the Enclave of Knowledge, and now also of the Forest for Arcane Dealings. So, yeah.
Wait, what?
Hey everybody, I'm
Something
Nerdarchy.
about a shrubbery, that's all I caught.
I'm Nerdarchist Ted, also from Nerdarchy. I will be playing the human cleric Relion, who is a sage background, and now is going to be all kinds of different after last session's happenings, if you will.
I like human cleric Relion.
Not different enough. Not different enough.
Well,
You didn't change size.
I didn't have any say in that matter. That was all on you guys.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm one half of the game design team Cardboard Fortress Games, and I am playing Grundle Puncher, the Goblin Juggalo, aka Gobolo.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm the other half of Cardboard Fortress Games. I'll be playing Pickle Dick, the Goblin Juggalo as well. Yep. That's me.
Anthony's just trying to figure out his next, what is it called? An archetype? His fighter archetype?
Maneuvers, yes. My
So he's going through 2 pages of maneuvers.
fighter maneuvers. I just gotta write them out. I already know what they are. Good.
Go ahead, Todd.
I'm Todd. I'm also a game designer. My first game should be around April, but I don't have the name set aside yet. As soon as I do, you guys will hear from it.
The
I'm
mystery game.
Yeah. I'm playing toward the half-elf Bard of Valor. And now that I've leveled up, I'm actually competent.
Nice.
And that means I'll get killed tonight.
You were pretty confident last session. You started pulling out all these ninja moves. That no
Yeah, we
one
were like,
else
who is
sees.
this again?
He starts pulling out of a bunch of abilities out of his ass that he hasn't used the whole entire campaign.
But that's what happens when you play a
saving
character who's
them?
good at everything.
He spent
Not
7
until people are missing do you get a chance to actually help.
Yeah, he spent 7 levels making sure the bar for impressiveness out of his character
That's
was
right.
real
Which is
low.
low,
That's
and an
right.
all-time low.
And he's like, now I
You
strike.
know, here it is. You under-promise, you over-deliver,
That's
right?
right,
He's using
exactly.
that ethos.
Todd,
So-
which game? Your zombie game?
But it's not going to be zombie.
Oh.
That's why I can't.
Formerly
get a name
known
yet,
as.
'cause
Let's
it's-
talk later.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
So with that, you guys just finished up your dealings with the Goblin King on various levels.
I don't think I'm allowed back there ever again.
No, you're not. He furiously told you to take what you came for and leave. With that, you all jump through the portal that you came in through. So you're all now spilling out into Ted's small chamber where he studies. With Ted still swaddled like a newborn baby in red and white silks,
How did I get on the
and
ceiling?
he kind of looks like some kind of like weird caterpillar at this point.
Ago?
Candy cane
Comment ever?
caterpillar.
And then he died here.
You're familiar. What's the owl's name?
I don't know whether we ever actually gave him a name.
Archimedes.
So, I'll just go.
It's just up on the ledge above the door with a puzzled expression on his face as you guys basically form this pile in the middle of the floor of arms and legs and various limbs. Someone's definitely got a goblin butt right in their face.
I say it's Ryan.
Not it.
I'm wrapped in silk, so I'm protected.
Well, except for your face. It's worse for you. You can't use your hands to push anyone away.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
you said I was
definitely-
wrapped up like a cocoon.
You
I'm
definitely
covered.
got...
No, like a baby swaddled.
Oh, damn it!
It actually means you can't move your arms and legs or save yourself from the goblin face at all.
So, as you guys begin to sort yourselves out, you definitely feel changed from the experience of visiting a fairy realm. ruled by the Goblin King.
It's 300 years later.
We're all dead because we actually get aged the time.
That owl is sitting up on the only banister left as the rest of the countryside is turned to dust.
And,
So-
and it's stuffed at this point.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's just a familiar, so it's not a living thing. It just sits
So it
there.
doesn't count.
It's crazy for sitting there.
Owl
300
lives
years,
matter,
but-
buddy. All right.
That's not it.
Hashtag.
Boo.
Come on, that was pretty damn good.
So with that, what are you guys doing?
No, I've already grumbled and tried to get whatever's sitting on my face off because I can't move.
So there's a muffled sound coming from beneath one of you guys.
I will try to unswaddle him.
Okay, well when you do that, Relian's eyes go a little wide from from the experience and trying to escape, and the first thing you notice, it's almost like looking into the eyes of Pickle Dick, and you also see like one long strand of greenish colored hair like dangling down in front of his face.
You look suddenly handsomer.
Only the eyes look different. Though.
Like, well, I've never looked at you in the eye.
You look worthy of study, my old friend.
We've never been the same height before,
So
but you
my
look much
eyes,
more handsome.
My eyes used to be green, but they are now a bright golden yellow.
Ooh.
And they
Captain Kirk soft lighting around it.
So Relian, when you finally free him, he's the same size and everything. The only thing that's different is, threaded throughout his hair are locks of green hair, and his hair is now shoulder length, where before I believe it was shorter.
yeah, it was close cropped.
And he has his weird golden eyes.
You look like the topic of study now.
What do you mean?
How about we
You may want to look into a mirror and study for yourself.
So I'm certain there's some kind of reflective object somewhere in the room.
And as that's going on, Grundle Puncher,
You got the look.
you feel something move across the back of your neck and then nuzzle up against the side of behind your ear.
Quick, we all smash it with a hammer.
What is
Get
it?
it up, get it up.
So you start making noises. What is it? And if the rest of you look, you see this very odd-looking spider.
It's a giant tick. Smash it.
And you've never seen anything like it.
Oh, is it a baby?
It is it's small anyway.
Is it my pet's baby?
It's like a little bit smaller than a softball.
Ooh, that's.
You could pitch it,
Ugh.
so that's good.
And
I like how you're like, it's a small spider. It's the size of a softball.
well, next to
Next to the one you ride.
I think the median spider size in fantasy worlds is much larger because of the existence of colossal spiders.
Let's not even get into the size of the elephants
Millions-
in role-playing games.
Millions
Yeah.
of little tiny spiders that we're used to. The median,
The other
though,
day I
because
went to
of one
floss
colossal
and there was a
spider.
daddy longlegs on the floss and I let out a blood-curdling scream so loud I scared myself. Like I got scared by the spider and then screamed so loud I scared myself. And it didn't even wake Anthony up. I was like, thank God I wasn't being murdered. Jesus.
he knew you were all right.
How does that
Instinctively.
work?
It was 7 o'clock in the morning. You were in bed. You were like, huh? I was like, no big deal.
Instinctively, you know that it's a creature from the Feyworld you just
Ooh.
visited,
Awesome.
and it's a goblin spider.
Yes.
So you may name it and tell us what it looks like if you like.
Can I think about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So once per short rest,
good will come of
it
that.
will it will go to any of your weapons that you command and basically spew venom all over them that'll last a minute.
It spits.
Up to one melee weapon or 10 missile weapons. Yeah, basically it kind of spits.
It spits.
And also,
Can you
you're
name
now
them?
bonded with it as if you had a familiar.
Nice.
Can you name it Mark Spitz?
So you could if you wanted to, but you might not want to.
He spits hot fire.
Spider spits venom.
You should name it Dylon.
Goblin.
And you're pretty
I'm
sure it's
gonna
a
name
gift
her
from the Goblin King.
Venomia.
Venomia.
And what was that last part you said?
You're pretty sure it is a gift from the Goblin King.
Yeah, Goblin King, you the man.
I high five the spider.
And I don't know if you remember, Anthony, but you also have you also have that medallion around your neck.
Oh yeah, I looked at that.
It says you're a prince.
says trade. It says trade me in for 100 gold pieces. That's right.
If you do
This is
that-
also a venomous item.
It bites you once a day.
Whenever you put it on, it tries to kill you. DC 20 or you're
it's
dead.
the necklace of strangulation.
I had that happen in a game once.
The necklace of strangulation.
No, it was
The
the
guy from The
cloak.
Cure, Robert Smith.
The cloak that has the hooks.
Necklace of Robert Smith.
The cloak that has the hooks that envenom. It was like a
Cloaker monster.
no. Just a cloak. It was just a cloak that it poisons you when you get it, right? But it was really scary because it had a super high DC, and I believe it was just a save or die, right? This is in 3.5.
Yeah.
And a whole campaign, me and this other character had been like at ends with each other, like constantly fighting. And he was the caster, and I was the rogue. So he divvies out the items.
Did he know it was cursed?
No, because when you try to identify a cursed item, it tells you it's some other item.
Right.
Tells you
right,
it's
that's
also.
right.
So he gives me the item. It then tries to kill me. I roll a 20 on my save, so I don't die. The only way I could have passed that save, and then I'm like, that's the third time that because he had hit. Caught me in a fireball earlier. I was like, that's the last time you try to kill me. I'm out of here. I left that game, and the next night they all got killed by a Bahir, I think it was.
That medallion around your
Was it
neck.
Killer Dylan?
It is.
No, it's
It has
pretty
the same
spam.
properties as the Luckstone. So +1 to saves and ability checks, and you don't have to attune to it.
Nice. I'm already so lucky.
And we lost Reliant.
We did lose.
So what are the rest of you guys doing now that you're?
I start
sorting
poking and
yourselves?
prodding Relian and examining him like I would some specimen.
I think you're gonna have to dissect.
You concur with?
I concur. With my medical knowledge.
Bloodfang, hold him up.
That's his head, right?
Flip thing, open it up.
So it's flat +1 to all saves all the time?
Yes, yeah, saves and ability checks.
I pick up Falcor.
The blessings of
not
the
knowing
Goblin
which-
King
not,
is upon you.
Not understanding who he's talking about.
Not me, him. I'm starting to poke and prod at you. What's going on?
So
here?
I guess I'm able to find a reflective surface and
Yes.
look at what's going on and
I pull a hair sample real quick. One of the green strands.
I think Victus has many reflective surfaces on him.
Yeah.
well, he's also usually coated in blood too. So
Not this time.
Green hair.
so
You're the goblin version of a ginger.
I'm like, well, this is longer than I'm used to. So
You try to cut it, it grows right back. You're like, no.
I will pull out something and trim it
Okay.
back to a
Respectable.
more meaning or more
What?
easy to deal with length.
Now at the same time,
You can't cut it. Oh man.
yeah, they're falling to the ground around him. At the same time, as you're doing that, the whole ordeal hits you. You feel a little shaken, and you remember that you had actually traded for information in order to stay with the Goblin King for an evening, which you kind of reneged on.
You do not keep a bargain very well.
I was forcibly taken.
You had a deal.
I know. They stopped you from
I know,
getting the
dressing those
deal.
pajamas, you were asking for it.
We tried to help you. They wouldn't let us.
Oh, thank you.
Bless.
I'm not one for backing out of contracts, but I also know that you wouldn't want to be more like them. I just kind of offhandedly gesture to the Goblos.
But at the same time, your
want
head is
awesome?
now filled with information
Okay.
that it didn't have before, and it almost feels like you need to get it out or your head might explode.
Seems bad.
I don't hold things back, so I will
Head
absolutely
explode.
just start
Head
blurting it out.
explode.
I had you a piece of paper in a
You
quill.
you know it's a
I hand you
it's
your
a
pink
magical
diary
spell.
that's locked with your special key that says Relian's thoughts.
I have a pink diary.
For Relian's
a
eyes
dream journal.
only.
Yeah.
It's actually
where dreams
actually
go.
Relian's Thoughts, THOTS. If you're familiar with Urban Dictionary, there you go.
So you now have this magical formula that you feel like you need to get out, and the only way you can actually exercise it from your mind is actually to put it onto the ground because a book is not big enough.
Okay, well then I'll just start shoving spaces, shoving things out of the way. every once in a while grabbing my head.
We think this is great. We start pushing furniture too. We're like,
Is there a nearby
yeah!
table?
Flip
What's
it.
that?
Is there a nearby table?
Yeah, there was a table that he was studying on with his books on it and stuff.
I'm gonna go stand on the table.
You're gonna stand on the table rather than help me move stuff. Thanks. What a friend.
The one table just got a lot heavier to move. So as you start doing it, anyone who has any knowledge of magic or arcana at all immediately begins to recognize arcane sigils and symbols. And the gobblers, you actually recognize. You guys are literate.
Yeah.
Well, I know you are, but I don't know. If
I'm literate.
I didn't know if you guys chose not to be. Just
I
because
feel
of
like
your
we
character.
actually
Nah,
did
cool.
very early in the game.
Decide to be illiterate?
Yeah, didn't we come across the books when we first joined and we're like, what are these for?
Yeah, you're still in the books. And you're like, am I going to be able to read? I don't even think we can read these. But
How smart do you have to be to read? Ooh,
you
It's the
automatically
choice.
can read. It's kind of like a choice.
our intelligence is an 8.
Yeah, I have an 8 intelligence. I'm willing to say I don't know how to read.
I'm currently reading
you
the
guys
book
can decide.
upside
First
down.
step to fixing the problem.
You guys can decide or not decide, but some of the sigils and markings look like they might be goblin or even goblin heads.
I'll say
What
that
then?
we only barely know how to read Goblin,
Okay.
and that's it.
And that's hers, Goblin.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that you can actually read the words; you just recognize it as.
I
from
pick
the
out the
other
letters of my
language.
name. Ooh! This is Goblin.
It says summoning. What does that mean? Summoning? Is that how you do the spell?
So, Relian, you're going to be doing that for like the next 8 hours.
What?
Well, that's
Okay.
a lot of writing.
I'll go
What are you-
get us some Jimmy John's.
What are you writing with?
Sponsored by Jimmy John's.
This is my study. I've got all kinds of
Okay.
doodads and things in here.
Snacks.
Well, no, I meant like as far as writing implements.
Snacks.
Snacks are important.
Listen,
that?
I'm not
These
the
are the
arcane font here,
Well,
but
no,
whoever
I'm
is,
I'm a
in
portly
Kent
kind of guy, so yeah. I
might
would-
want to
I
keep an
absolutely
eye on
have,
whether or not he
crackers and
is
snacks and
some
stuff here.
Yeah.
moaning going on.
I will keep an eye on out for that. Although I can't read Goblin, so I don't know if that affects things, but
No, it doesn't.
that he's not some moaning.
The only thing is, you do recognize that the magic that he is working is way beyond Relian's abilities. You're sure.
I'm like, honestly, he's not really that good or talented, so clearly.
All right, so Relian seems fully engrossed in scribbling all over his floor. Generally the gobblers would probably be all about this, but it seems very specific and
He probably doesn't appreciate us helping.
Yeah,
Probably not.
I'll smack hands away and I'll kind of push people out of the way, but
it's not your artistic style. Let's just say that much.
We can pretend to fence and be jumping on and off of his back.
I'll be working on deducing, like, what is this all going to someone
What time is it during the day
by
right
the
now?
end of it? So that's
What time is it? In the game.
Oh, in the game, it is actually just before. It's just after midnight now.
Okay.
Oh man, we gonna let it all go down?
little hangout.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna have Rip Nugget make me a hammock up in the top corner of the room so I could go to sleep.
Okay.
It's been a long day, guys.
You could do
Hammock,
that.
slingshot,
Or you,
whatever.
or you can
We're
go
in town.
home.
We get home.
Oh yeah, we could just go home. I thought we were gonna babysit Relian.
No.
I don't know. If you want to, you can.
We should probably watch him. Shit's been fucking weird.
They block up both sides of the hallway with furniture.
So while I'm doing this, do I remember, like what information I was trying to get from him?
Oh, yes. You were trying to find out about the Vargarians. You had taken all the information and reconnaissance the gobblers had brought back from the archaeological dig that the formerly Dragonborn, led by the traitor Raza Goldeneye, were executing at the time.
So he's trying to find out from the Goblin King what about them?
Well, it wasn't from the Goblin per se, but that's what he was trying to figure out. You guys had come back with, basically like an Aztec style pyramid with different,
Like a ziggurat. basically,
yeah, the
structure.
ziggurat with different types of writings on it, and you guys had spied on the Dragonborn. You seen them excavating different things from the site, and you came back and told Relian everything you'd seen.
Okay.
And he had been he'd sequestered himself away for about a week in the library researching, and that's when you guys had gotten the had gotten a runner coming to you saying that he had found something, and when you got there, he was gone.
Oh, what did you find?
We found a way to get to the Goblin King's realm.
That's what he found.
I'm more looking for a clue as to what's going to happen when he finishes what he's doing right now.
Which, yeah, that's been.
And I wanted to bring him
trying
up to
figure
speed
out.
as what I spoke with the Dragon Emperor about what he knew about the portals and.
Okay, well, you won't. Yeah,
but
you had gathered
he's not
a lot
in
of
any way,
intel
shape, or mind to
yourself.
talk to right now.
Yeah, he is not going to be paying attention. I think you had already filled it. Had you filled in the rest of?
Everybody else, I filled it when he came back, but
Okay.
we went to go talk to him, and he was deep in a book.
Very.
Into a book. Yeah.
So as of right now, before you guys, you have it's nighttime really. Most of you are probably exhausted for some reason. Ryan has this extra burst energy, although he's been tied up resting in a playpen all day.
Right?
You look rested.
Now, wasn't this dude suffering levels of exhaustion?
Yes.
Just one.
Hence why your doorway is getting expanded.
Yes, because of his nocturnal activities.
You.
Not those kind.
Barring anything else happening, I'm going to go get a drink at the bar.
Barring.
The one where you guys perform, or one of the other ones?
I guess the one we perform at.
Okay.
Do you want to do a fireball with me?
A fireball?
You leave the cinnamon whiskey out of this.
No, the last time that Ryan was at that bar,
Yeah.
it kind of burned down.
Yeah.
You're banned from a bar. I'm banned from an entire dimension. So.
Yeah, Well, the Lion's Heart Inn is up and running again. You guys have probably, during the past week, you probably actually have done a couple performances. That's where you guys would usually go. Of course, Mom was delighted to see you guys back up on stage.
We had made a makeshift stage at her house and had been performing for her for a little while.
Well, or in her bed when she's sleeping.
Well, you guys had been staying there for a while. I don't know
Yeah.
if you moved back to the inn or if you're still there.
No, we live with her.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, it was no big deal. Barring anything else happening, my character wouldn't just stand around here waiting for him to finish writing. I just would go drink. So he goes drinks.
So you see the normal people that in the tavern, the regulars. No one out of the ordinary. The bouncer is always there. Is there?
Cheers, nobody.
Mr. Morkund.
Did you say Gorm? Gorm. Yeah. It'd be the fantasy equivalent.
Nice.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm apparently busy.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. You're watching him all
I'm
night?
over his shoulder, like taking notes, like and like as Pickle Dick was saying, like trying to figure out what this is ultimately leading to, trying to connect dots.
So
as
make
I
a
see it
perception
forming.
check.
If he seems like he's making sense, send
I guess
someone
I'll to the bar with
to
you.
come get
Everybody
me.
else
Not
is
you,
babysitting him.
Let's
Make a
say.
perception.
When he takes his crazy pants off, come get me.
Yeah, let's see this perception check.
Brilliant's being
I'll move-
babysat.
Can I-
I'll go.
can I
I'll go to
persuade
the
you?
bar.
Okay.
No.
Maybe he'll mess up.
I
and go
crit
back in
failed
the
it.
book
Nope.
immediately.
Don't even notice.
Oh, well.
I'll move anything.
Thanks,
anything
easy
that
roller.
Can be moved out of the room.
Backslash
Okay.
Nerdarchy.
Okay.
I go inform the
Wait, that's because you didn't use the
Town,
dice cup.
elders, the council guys that.
Cut my dice.
But when speaking of the Dragon Emperor, that he probably already sent word back. That he's,
Well, there's no one to talk to now.
yeah.
It's midnight.
Oh, okay.
It's after midnight.
Yeah, it's
We're
just
gonna let
after
it all
midnight.
hang out.
Yeah.
Letting it all
I
hang.
should be able to find one at the bar.
That's true.
Should have pressure rolled.
Truer words have never been said.
Yeah, if anybody,
You could always try to cast that.
I could.
if anybody have any influences around, I'll talk to them. And,
Another hour goes by. Go ahead and
The
make
most
another
important people in this bar are us.
Yeah, Dragon Emperor was
As far as-
receptive to sending out a attack party.
one. Well, you're
trying to
with
remember,
pretty,
like,
pretty
what-
certain
against the
that you can
target.
visibly see my hair grow.
Okay.
I think that's important to get
That's
started like
strange.
quickly.
I'm
You
gonna
also-
make a little, as I'm making notes of like what's going on, I'll make the side of hair regrowing rapidly.
It'll do that.
Yeah.
You may also hear a loud crunching as a desk goes through the door.
Victus has been taking everything out of the room.
Anything that you do not have bolted to the floor anyway.
I don't like this.
Also, you may only have one hallway.
Well, I was on the end anyway, so.
The question is he putting it at the end of the hallway, or is he literally creating a barrier that we're going to have to get through?
The ladder.
So where do we leave? Where do we?
They're all stacked neatly, though.
I polymorph. I'll just turn into a tick and scuttle through.
Tick. That's the creature you picked.
Yeah. I'll just hitchhike.
He's gonna turn into a goblin spider.
Oh.
Back off.
What? He can do it. He's seen one now.
I will. Yeah, you'll kill the bad guys. With
What
disease
what
in
else
about
are we
18
working
months.
on right now, right? Like, I mean, we know the Vargarians are out there, probably up to no good. We don't really have any avenue to do anything about that.
Yeah.
We scouted them, we came back, we have info. Nobody knows anything about it.
That's the same.
But he's also possessed by writing right now.
He is.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out what else we could be working on while he's doing that. Like, what are our other agendas?
Does Rip Nugget like my new spider, or is it like when you get a new kitten and the house cat is like, oh, fuck this shit?
You tell me. How do you think Rip Nugget will respond to this?
Pretty jealous.
Eat it.
He's like,
So now when Rip Nugget's not trying to eat mom, he's trying to eat the spider.
Venoma?
Noma?
Venoma.
Venoma.
Venomia.
Venomia. Sounds like a place. I think I've been there before.
Doesn't sound like a Goblo name, that's for sure.
Man, back off.
It's one of the kids who didn't get this.
So basically, you guys.
I'm sorry, Taint Lover is the name of my spider. The name of what I want. It's a beautiful woman.
Right, that didn't get the chocolate factory.
So, basically, you're quickly done with moving stuff out of the room. It doesn't take you that long. Are you going to patrol or are you going to rest? Because you were exhausted at this point.
Why don't you just make him roll? He can't keep doing this every day.
Well, no, we just can keep layering levels of exhaustion on him.
Oh, okay.
Or you just
It only takes 6 days, then he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
So,
6 days that he's dead. He's been doing this for 6 days at least.
6 levels of exhaustion. Yeah.
Can I just cast a sleep spell on him and be done with it?
Yes.
Tired of your crap. See you in 2 days.
See you in 2 days.
He doesn't cast a sleep spell. Minor coma.
That's the third level version of it.
Has it been fairly quiet the past few days?
It has.
I'll go take a rest then.
Okay, so you zonk out. You guys probably drink yourself into your normal stupor and somehow manage to find your way back at Mom's place. Miraculously. You do not find any of the council, but you know you can find them in the morning if you desire to.
That's my number one thought is basically getting an army ready either to be attacked or to go on the offensive.
Okay.
he wants to be offensive?
No, I got them for that.
Ah, oh, good.
The next morning, you don't actually have to find the council because a council member finds you.
The whole council's around your bed when you wake up.
Yeah.
And Griffin Gaff Council find you.
Yeah. So I don't know, half elves, do they sleep normal or reverie? I don't remember.
They reverie.
They reverie. So, you don't need that much sleep. And so you're probably awake when you hear a loud banging at your door.
It's not me this time.
I figured you push a furniture against them.
When you answer the door, standing before you is a half orc that is just below 7 foot tall and is probably twice as wide as you.
Wrong room.
No, Dave, I'm wrong. They sleep.
You're familiar with him, Harak. He's on the council, and he's actually the head of
What's
the
his name?
watch.
Harak.
I thought you were going to be like, his name is Barack Obama.
His name is Dwayne Rock.
A fairly stout half orc, although his facial features are definitely far more human than orc.
Dwayne Harak Johnson.
Yeah, I basically give them the recap, but you probably already heard through more the official channels with the diplomats and things like that.
Okay.
But I basically want to try to find out if he actually plans on organizing something on this end to go after them or not.
Well, we have no intention of taking anyone beyond the walls of Griffingath, which are nearly complete. The dwarves from Stonehome have come down, or not Stonehome, from Crathon Gulch have come down from their mountain home, and they've been working alongside the people of Griffingath to complete the walls. They're nearly complete, except for they had some problems that you being on the watch, you would have heard of. There was actually some sabotage that had slowed down the workforce and set them back a little bit, and some bad weather. But Harak is not here to speak about any of that. He actually, Torg, I've been keeping my eye on you.
He swiped right on you.
He did.
Years.
You've done very well in service of Gryffindor in the short time you've been here.
Although you've abandoned your post like almost every single day.
I've always been on official duty.
I hate to see you go.
Look at my vouchers.
But I love to watch you leave.
Has your passport been properly stamped?
Oh yeah.
But I feel like there's some dissent that's been brewing within the walls, possibly even evident in the sabotage of the walls. We've had an influx of more and more visitors, especially with the Dragonborn coming and outsiders coming that want to witness the spectacle of the Dragonborn, or looking, merchants looking to strike up new trade deals with the goods flowing from the elven nation of Karshapathan, the dwarven kingdom of Krathengulge, and now the Dragonlands. We are getting inundated with more and more folks, foreign folks, who may not all have the best of intentions when it comes to Gryffindor. And I've even heard rumors of dissent against our good mayor Lyndon Helmsworthy.
What kind of rumors?
There are those that are opposed to him and don't feel that he's done enough for the town of Gryffindor.
As opposed to someone else? Anybody in particular those rumors are pushing for?
That I'm not so sure about. But I just would like you to keep your eyes open. You're one of the men in the watch that I trust. You've gone above and exceeded any of our expectations.
Be on the watch for someone by the name of Ace and Chardonnay.
And I just wanted to give you my personal
What's the short word that you were laughing about so much?
commendation. He's also one of the ones.
Darn short.
He's also one of the ones that pushed for you to have the special detail with the Dragonborn emissaries.
Has there been a pattern to the sabotage?
No, because it's only been one incident, but it was enough to slow us down. It was an attack on a caravan. None of the people in the caravan were harmed, but all the equipment was sabotaged.
It wasn't taken. It was just destroyed.
Oh yeah, basically at night, someone came in and took apart all the wagons. It almost looked like something gobblers would have done. So once they went to pull out, like the wagons basically fell apart.
Scurrilous stereotypes.
Completely accurate.
You yell from across town in your sleep.
Exactly.
I've snuck up behind him
Yes.
and been trailing him this whole time.
All those rumors about us being sneaky cheats is wrong.
But
Why
in
did I
essence,
sneak
I
outta
just
here?
wanted to make you aware of the information that I
Successfully
have
sneak.
as one of the people that I trust in the town.
We'll keep an eye out. But if we have this much traffic in here, maybe we should ask people coming through to actually help us defend the borders.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, I'm sure you've already spoken to the Dragon Emperor. The dwarves already send a contingent to serve every 50 years. Perhaps we can enlist the elves as well.
And I think we should, if they haven't been briefed already, tell them about the Targaryen threat. Because if they're allowed to grow unchecked, it could be danger to everyone.
Especially
I have to concur.
Especially those elves. They don't die. They are immortal. If you let them grow, you can have elves everywhere.
You sure? I think so. We
Robotic
just keep
elves
planting them near the trees.
Elves run the library.
They're like ants. Do you want ants?
Just make sure they
how
don't
you
breed.
get
That's all I'm
That's how you
saying.
get elves.
If your race doesn't die, you shouldn't be allowed to have kids. That's just a rule.
And Jawas, that's how you get Jawas.
So that is all. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll leave you to your duties. The Gobblos, you guys awaken to the smell of
Brownies.
pancakes and eggs.
Hell yeah! We float down on the wafting scent like a cartoon.
Yes, the smoke is two fingers and it's just pulling us by our nostrils.
Mom's in the kitchen with her cook actually cooking.
Hell yeah!
And the kid, you've seen this over and over again, but the cook is trying to show her out, but she refuses to leave and always insists on helping in the kitchen.
Is she
regardless.
actually helping, or is she making things worse?
Little column A.
Perfect.
We jump up into our chairs.
She's like the old lady version of a gobble-o.
We jump up into our high chairs.
We jump up into our chairs, and we put our knife and fork on the table and bang them.
And, she insists on serving you guys personally.
We sing the "We're About to Eat Eggs" traditional goblin song. It's a holy chant that's gone down through the ages
It's got a lot of.
about, oh boy, we're about to eat some eggs.
She,
That's it. That's the line. Just over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And louder and louder. Second
they have to-
verse louder than the first.
They have to sing it in the round.
Louder.
To eat some eggs. Oh boy, we're about to eat some eggs. Oh,
I'm gonna eat them eggs. I'm gonna suck them eggs.
No
Gonna
Gregorian
bite on an
chants
egg.
there.
And she's kind of like dancing around, serving out the pancakes, slapping down some eggs, buttering some biscuits.
So how many of you can actually get this mental image in your head? It's hysterical.
What's the occasion, Ma?
Oh, I just worry about you boys.
Worry about us? Why? We're fine.
I'm feeding the little spiders some pancakes, some little pieces of pancake.
You're always running off doing all that dangerous stuff. I just worry about you fellas.
Don't worry, Ma. Nothing can touch us. We got the luck of the gods.
Saving the world is tough work, Mom. So when we got you to come home too, it's worth it.
She like pats you both on the back and she's just like, I know you boys are really good and strong. But I thought so. I felt the same way about. She like almost breaks down and can't really finish.
Or we stop eating to hug her.
Mom could try to comfort you around this mouthful of eggs.
I get up and comfort her.
Yeah, and you guys do this like almost like once a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much because she's adopted you guys as.
She doesn't know what happened to her family, does she?
No, not really. They
I
just
thought we
kind of
told
disappeared.
her.
No, I thought we decided not to tell her because it was such a horrible tale.
Yeah. Have you guys ever
It was
seen
actually worse than what she believed, so you decided not to
for
tell her.
I believe Mom's is like that meme where it's like, if we make medicinal marijuana is okay, why did it turn Grandma into a juggalo? And then it's like an old woman with a walker and she's got the face paint.
Maybe you'll do
That's that's how I feel about Mom. She's like a juggalo now. Mama-lo.
Comfort her.
Anything left on your list to teach me?
And then
We tell her that we're sure they died noble heroes. Wait, how does she think they died?
I don't know.
adventuring off,
Adventure.
We just tell her that we are sure that they died nobly.
I may as well pick up languages.
And it quiets her down, and she sits down to have breakfast with you guys. It's kind of like her thing. Rip Nugget is salivating a little bit.
Salivating.
Salivating.
Slivating.
Slivating.
That's what spiders
That's
do.
what spiders do.
What's the technical term for spider drool? Slivation.
Just tell them to go into the room where
giving
she keeps all her
Vanilla
antiques and get like 10 magical weapons because she's worried
think
about them.
spiders eat
They've been there the whole time, but she just never told them about them.
I give her a whole egg.
Wasn't it in her basement that we found the saddle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In her utility drawer, there's a magic crossbow this whole time. And you have
If anybody tries to go back through the videos and find what we're talking about, it won't actually be in the micro celebrity gameplay videos. It's in the
Dungeons and Downtime.
It's in the Dungeons and Downtime video. So
Except for the saddle. The saddle was actually in the game.
The saddle on Rip Nugget.
no, they're talking about the bear.
No, he literally said saddle.
Yeah, saddle.
He did say saddle.
Oh,
He
I'm
said
sorry.
saddle.
But
You
you
said
did,
down
you,
in the basement, so I thought you were talking.
you guys did help. You guys did reassemble
I think it's all down there.
a apparatus of koalas down there.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah, and that was the backstory of where her husband and
Mm-hmm.
sons were.
Right, but also this is also where we got the saddle.
Yeah, the crypt.
Oh, right from the crypt and the undead stuff.
So
right.
she's packing all the magical items in Griffagath are in Ma's basement.
Pretty much.
And there's actually an apparatus of Kowalski.
It was Kowalski. Yeah, that's right.
It's like the
Slightly
Friday the 13th curio shop down there.
Which I actually would like to get up and running.
Yeah.
Up top.
I actually
Yeah,
would like to
that
get
was my
up and
favorite
running.
show as a kid.
Because
Creepy as fuck.
we could
Just so
turn it
creepy.
into a circus
lost my
carnival
train of thought.
caravan.
Worried about
we
them
were
being
comforting,
consoled,
we were comforting
eating
Mom.
pancakes.
She
Yeah.
finally sat down and ate food with us.
I'm presuming she's going to tell us.
Oh, I was going to... Okay. You wanted to find someone to draw up something for you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how I would phrase that.
Draw what? What? This is new.
There are certain limitations to. I mean, there's certainly benefits, but there are maybe a few limitations to people of our stature. You might have noticed. I mean, it's nice that meals are larger for us than they are for other people.
She pat you. That's okay, but you're a growing boy.
Oh, she thinks we're babies. Does she think we're human?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Just making sure.
Not completely.
Also, we got all this money we'd like to spread around the town, you know, but we can't just give it away. So we need like an engineer so we can build some defenses and stuff for the town.
An
Do
engineer.
you know of any kind of like
someone that builds buildings?
a mechanic, like a clockwork machine smither?
Like somebody who works at Jiffy Lube. What the fuck, Anthony? Come on.
Artificer?
You're like an engineer. Wait, a mechanic. Wait.
I need somebody who makes stuff.
Astrophysicist.
Are you looking for an artificer?
Yeah.
I need a thing maker.
There is someone that's been in the town forever.
Oh yeah.
He's a tinkerer. You know, he repairs pots and pans and all kinds of things, and sometimes
We definitely don't want somebody who does that.
he has fantastical things that he's found or made.
Sometimes he builds a catapult.
Well, what's his address? I'll go check him out.
You can go find him by the smith shop. I know he's always annoying the smith with his gadgets.
I want Mom's house to be like Howl's Moving Castle. She's like, he's right through this cabinet, and you open the door and you walk out and you step into somebody else's house.
Cool. We'll go.
It's she directs you to Quintel's smithy, which she tells you he's three doors down from there.
Is Quintel one of you guys' other characters?
No.
No, but if it's the Smith, that's the one that I keep bothering.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's go. I got nothing else to do. We'll go trundle our ass down there. Cartwheels on the way.
With the trundle wheel.
So
Do you want to leave right now? I'm like shoving. I'm like a fucking hamster. I'm like trying to put as much food into my cheek pockets as possible.
Yep.
I'm like, wait.
Mom's like, just take the plate with you.
Oh God, I love her. Thanks, Moms.
It's like her antique china that's been handed down.
God damn it. This poor
You
lady.
just throw it in against the wall on the way out the door.
This makes me.
Because you're horrible. That's why.
No, we love the moms.
But you're also goblins.
I'll send Rip Nugget with it.
I don't know what an
later.
antique is. Concept doesn't even make any sense.
Don't worry,
to
we'll
me.
get you new shit. This one's broken.
This one's old. It's all old. You don't want this.
Jeez, I got some new plates.
That's 30.
This one looks like 1,000 years old. They would want that.
The only antique Anthony knows about is the mushrooms in his armpits.
So hop, jump, and
it's
skip
30.
away. You guys find yourselves outside of the tinker's shop.
I'm gonna go into his shop and look around.
All right, there's signage up above the door of it almost looks like a tiny toy hammer and a device that you're not familiar with, and it seems to be
Like
holding
anything I'm not familiar with.
Well, that's true, but it kind of reminds you a little bit of like a crab's claw on one end, and the other end is like two different handles, and they're holding.
Is it a Leatherman?
They're like
No, it's a reaching arm.
Is it a Tyrannosaurus reaching up?
it would look like a pair of pliers or channel locks, but it's holding like a bolt or something, and the hammer is coming down on it,
Oh.
and every once in a while it actually moves and hits it, and then there's sparks.
It takes me 5 minutes to go inside because I'm just mesmerized by it.
And and outside and below that is Sparks tinkering and tinkery.
His name is Sparks.
Inkery. I like that.
Sparks Tinkery. Where tinking happens.
All right, I'm gonna go in the
Nice.
shop and look around, see what kind of stuff he's got making.
All right. Well, when you go in here, it is like the most cluttered place you've ever been into. This place is definitely not up to OSHA standards, and it is literally a fire hazard. There, you see jars and vials of all kinds of liquids on high shelves, and the shelves have ladders going, up to the top. Although a tall human could easily reach to the top shelf.
But
And
he's a
grab whatever
gnome,
they
right?
wanted off of it.
I think we're about to find out he's a no.
Yeah. You're probably about to find out he's in it. So
Sorry, I spoiled it.
it's okay. There's all kinds of gadgets and doodads hanging from the ceiling that you guys can't identify. Metal wheels with metal spokes through them. There's, on one wall there is, there's a, it looks like a seesaw with 2 mechanical gnomes on either side, like pumping it up and down. And, there's just all kinds of weird things like that all over the shop. And then there's like regular stuff like pots and pans hanging around. And, from the other side of a counter, you hear a noise, you hear a clatter and a bang. And you hear someone like muttering to themselves. And every once in a while I see like a plate or a tin plate or a metal pot go flying through the air.
All right, well, my character's handsy and he's not shy about it, so I'm just going to start putting stuff on my head and so forth.
I'm gonna catch everything that gets thrown.
But I will go up to where that's coming from.
Okay.
Just like,
So when
what's
you
this?
when you go to catch the things that are
There's a
being
glove
thrown,
and
and you're going around to see where the stuff's coming from, what you see is this little ass in the air attached to little stumpy legs with one red boot, like a ankle boot, and one green ankle boot that clearly have bells on the front of them, and the toes like curl up with a bell.
what?
And he's wearing like plum colored pantaloons.
This guy does not match.
And you can see that he's wearing a dark green vest over top of a pink shirt. And you see a long cascade of hair,
What color?
going down the shoulders. Pure white. And every once in a while, but from between his legs, you can see his beard sweep the ground back and forth, and you hear him muttering, "I know it's here somewheres."
I don't think he's...
I really hope this is gonna turn into a musical. I'm not gonna joke around.
I don't think he's earned his journeyman clown status to be allowed to have those boots.
You think he's being a clown?
Yeah, he's got clown boots, and I don't think he's earned the right to them. Let's grab him.
All right.
We grab him.
Okay, how are you guys grabbing him?
A leg and an arm. The leg in the air. We both grab him from one side, on both sides.
Where'd you get these boots?
Where'd you get these boots? I don't think you're the Union.
He yelled, "Hey, what's going on here? Who's got me?
Union.
Unhand me!" Oh, wait a minute! There it is, right there.
What's that?
Bring 3 steps to the left.
Well, 3 steps to the left.
And he points.
And
with
he
it.
says, "No, my left."
Yeah, he absolutely says that. And so you guys bring him 3 steps to his left, and he points with his beard. And
Points with his beard?
Yeah. They got his arms and legs. What else is he gonna play with?
Let's not answer that question.
His nose, the long, pointy, gnomish nose.
And he points to.
It's really disappointing.
It's a couple of cogs and springs all connected together, and you have no idea what it's for. That's what I've been looking for.
What is it?
And how did I get upside down? Wait a minute, who are you?
My name's Pickle Dick, and this is Grundle Puncher.
Ah, very nice to meet
We're from
you.
the Clowns Union. No,
And he
I'm kidding.
goes
From the
to-
lack of anybody else around, we are official members of the Jester's Artillery Contingent number 3.
Artillery? You mean auxiliary?
Auxiliary, that's what I meant to say. You, sir, are unlicensed, motley-wearing friend. Here are unlicensedly wearing some bells. And
I am absolutely no clown.
Yeah, exactly.
We
That's what I
agree.
said.
Get his shoes. Take them off.
No, don't take off my shoes. I made them myself.
You hear bells jingling as you're shaking and
You
jostling.
do hear
They're
bells
full
jingling.
of bells.
Yeah.
The shoes are just full of bells. You made them. You make. All right, then we.
Are
can
you a
talk.
cobblestone?
A cobble.
Obviously, I wanted to say cobbler. But
We flip him around a couple times to place him back on his feet.
I am no mere cobblestone. Cobbler, maybe, of wondrous things. Fixer of that which is broken. Hammer of the dents.
Of the dense.
D-E-N-T-S, not D-E-N-S-E. Though I thought that also.
I am Sparks, tinker extraordinaire. And why are you wearing all of my stuff?
What? This is my stuff. I came in here with this.
We're What are you, a kender? Take it off.
The worst Kender ever.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Tasselhoff, put it back.
All right, Tasselhoff, Dickfoot.
The Hoffmeister.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Fasselhoff.
Tasselhoff.
We are here in search of gadgetry and mechanismos.
That happens to be my specialty.
Things that solve our height disadvantage problems.
Ooh.
Oh, I have just the thing.
It's called a ladder.
He brings you over to a set of shoes.
And they have
Except
goldfish. They have like big goldfish tanks at the bottom.
close. Except for they strap to one's feet, instead of just putting them on, and they're very high. And if you look, there's all kinds of ridges along the soles, and the soles are really thick.
Does he let us put them on?
He's like, yes, step in.
I put one on. You want to try the other one?
What? I think we. Yes. Okay. And then
That's not how it works at all.
yeah, you should put them both on. I give you the other one.
And as he says that, he just pushes the button on the one, and you're like, whoa! As you like grow 4 feet in the air.
They're stilt boots.
They're stilt boots.
I'm gonna try.
But as soon as you're up there for like a minute, and then it just drops.
I'm gonna. What did I see? What button he pressed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you, and then I'm gonna turn around and walk 4 feet away.
Like a model? Are you gonna look like a model?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
And then I'm gonna turn back around and then point my sole of my foot at her face and then hit the button.
No! We're gonna drop to the ground. Press square. Press square.
It's control to
Press
crouch.
square to drop prone.
You just got a boot right in the face.
God damn it.
You go fly. That's not how they work at all.
Oh yeah!
I've got a soul print on my face.
Just sparks across her face.
They're not quite done yet, though. They kind of go off sometimes.
Oh my God.
Not always at the same time either.
Hilarious if you were like trying to sneak and then you got launched into the air.
Boing. I think what I had in mind was some kind of large but hand-holdable projectile chuck-in device. You see, we're specialists with these. And I pull crossbows out, fire some bolts off in the air.
Ceiling. Expert.
They're like bouncing off.
But my
the top
graceful
of the-
little hands can't hold a proper-sized one like some of these big uns can.
Huh. He starts bringing out all kinds of tools and starts measuring your hands.
You know what they say about hands.
And then he measures your face, and then he says, "Is your hand as big as your face?" And he slaps your hand into
I
your
love
face
that
really
one.
hard.
And then he starts, measuring your crossbow and is scribbling some notes. And then he looks at his notes and he looks at you and he goes, what do you want it to do again?
Help me climb walls.
Climb walls.
What?
My other idea... Sorry, I got a short attention span.
Now I have no fucking idea what you're talking
My
about.
other idea was a rope climbing machine. Something that would allow me to hands-free go up and down a rope. Or maybe some liquid-proof pants.
He points out his pants; they're covered in stains.
That would make me float.
Like you don't even know what color they might have been. That would make you float.
I did try a Clockwork spider recently. It ate the face of the person that was using it. It's slight glitch. We're getting it worked out.
That's the problem with simulationists versus non-simulationists.
What?
So what exactly do you want this device to do? You want a crossbow that's bigger than your hand, but fits your hands.
Yeah. I need a modified man-sized crossbow. 2 of them, actually. I think we want 2, right?
Huh?
He's like, well, you can just buy bigger crossbows, right?
But I can't hold them.
I've seen halflings use crossbows.
They're not allowed.
That's literally illegal.
It's literally not allowed for them.
They would get jailed.
The interdimensional Watsy police would come down.
He goes into the back and he comes back out with a crossbow. He's like, look, see, no problem.
That's not how you even doing that.
And he's holding a light
portal
crossbow from the book.
A portal appears, and Gary Gygax comes out and slaps it out of his hand, and then goes back through.
Oh man.
Or Rodney Thompson.
How much bigger do you want than this?
As big as it gets.
He pulls out a trebuchet.
Stars in my eyes. I don't know, Dave.
You want to?
So I'm willing to let this. I'm willing to let this tinkerer surprise me. I basically imply that I have money to spend, and I'm interested in.
All right, I will draw you something
in
up.
cool shit that this guy makes.
I'll see what I can do.
What can you do with this quiver full of spyglass?
Maybe you could do something to fire spyglasses.
Just kidding. Just
We
kidding.
got a
Those are
quiver
mine.
full of them.
Just kidding. Those are mine.
Are you wearing them?
No,
What? Why not?
they're fucking hidden. Bunch of thieves in this town.
They come out with a custom line of beholder monocles this movie.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so he says, come back in a week. I'll show you what I got.
All right, cool.
All right, so you're probably still snoring away.
Most likely.
You're probably getting quite drowsy.
As he's doing this, I'm like kind of lecturing on him on the perils of going into contracts with the Fae, and like how it could go horribly, and how I'm kind of mortified that we had to back out of contract, even if it was a contract with the Fae. So I know, like, I kind of am aware, kind of not aware that he's not even like cognizant of what I'm saying the entire time.
Okay, and so at this point, it is like 8 o'clock in the morning. The sun has been up for hours. The rooster has crowed. You already hear the sounds in the distance of hammering away as the wall is being worked on.
Hustle and the bustle of the city.
And it's when you finally step away, blowing some of the dust of the chalk you've been drawing with away, and finally look at your handiwork. There's 2 concentric circles around the perimeter, which you've been etching various glyphs, runes, and sigils in meticulously, most of which you don't even know what they mean. You've been watching, trying to figure out the whole time. Every once in a while, you'll pick something out, and you're like, like that's a sigil for travel, or, you might see like a notation that you believe has something to do with either time or space or both. And
The goblin might have been on to something.
as you finish it, it emblazons itself into the stone, like scorched there, and everything is kind of in a has a silvery cast to it now. No matter what you actually use to write with, or on, the chalk is gone, the ink is gone.
Wow.
Transmutation, very interesting.
Does it do anything? Like
It is just there. You can feel the subtle thrum of power.
do I know anything about what this circle is?
You know that the answers to the questions that you had been posing are on the other side.
Can I activate it?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Okay. Well, if I didn't know if I knew that, So Falcor, did not expect this to take as long as it did.
Yes, I'm quite exhausted for
the,
watching you.
The answers that
His
we
hair
seek,
is now shoulder length.
Okay. Yeah.
the answers that we seek are on the other side of this portal.
Well, there's no saying that there's not peril on the other side of this portal.
Well, I'm certainly not going to go alone. Should we rally the crew?
I mean, neither of us has slept the night. Perhaps we should get some rest first.
How do I feel?
You're tired now.
I would think it'd be prudent to get some shut-eye and
Well,
then
that's-
go upon the awakening.
Well, it's already morning. Are you going to waste the day and then sleep and then go tomorrow?
We could go this evening. Perhaps. Say a long rest, perhaps.
Is there a way to get a message to everyone and get a consensus?
We can send runners. It's easily done enough.
I will take a meal, and I know I keep stuff around here somewhere. You know,
It might be Tetris in the hallway.
I'm certainly able to find it. I'll ask my owl, who's clearly paying attention, as to where he put the box of snacks.
You could just send your owl to actually do the message erranding for us.
On your way to get the snacks, you notice that an empty plate that used to have a sandwich on it that you were eating before you left. That someone clearly is eating
Across
finished
town,
for
you hear a guilty whistle.
So you find whatever you have laying around.
I don't
Easy
keep
enough.
this robust belly by not having food around.
Yes, I'm quite peckish as well. Journeying in the Goblin Lands is quite exhausting. It makes for an appetite.
So while I'm snacking, I'll try to see. I don't know who else is around in the library, but I'll see if I can try and get some kind of meal sent over and runners to attempt to track down these three parties.
Okay, this isn't too hard to do. So, you guys,
I'll cut my hair again.
Probably gonna do you.
I don't know yet.
you have a second visitor come to your home in the morning.
You're welcome.
You put out the mat with the Tasmanian devil that says "Go away" in front.
Master, I've been sent to fetch you for Lord Falcor and the librarian Rillian.
He's a lord, and I'm just a librarian.
Gotcha. Cuckoo Crazy Pants is back. Gotcha.
What?
Cuckoo Crazy Pants over there is feeling better.
Well, I mean, the message would have probably just read that we meet this evening.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, like that we meet at 6 p.m. this evening or something at the appointed location. So that's what we'll relay.
And you guys, as you're coming out of the tinker's shop, a young runner comes up to you as well. One of the street urchins.
One of the last things I wanted to say to Tinker was that if you impress me with this job, I got a real big job. So.
Excellent. Oh, I'm sure you will be impressed.
So a runner comes up and we will follow that runner back to the meeting?
Yeah, I guess whatever destination you guys decide.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Be there.
And then I guess after you guys take your meal, you go to rest.
I smoke some of my my pipe weed that puts me in my most restive mood.
Okay.
Taking long draws of that, and then I will settle down to take a long nap.
They have groups that can help you with that. Ted, you lay down to rest as you normally do, and you find your mind wanders the whole entire time, and you review and think about things from your past, things
All you
you've
can think
done.
about is the Goblin King.
can't get comfortable.
But
No, you get comfortable enough,
thank you, Todd.
but you spend hours just almost in a waking dream. You're aware and cognizant of everything going on, but you keep pondering different things that have happened in your life, different choices you've made, for better or for worse. And after about 4 hours, then you can no longer sit still and you feel fully rested and want nothing to do with lying down anymore.
That book. I always said I was going to go read that book. So
He pulls out Dianetics.
So I go, I spend about 15, 20 minutes digging through
He's a blood
library
cultist, I knew it.
Pull out a very dusty color, very dust-covered book, and I brush off the cover and I just start.
Elrond Hubbard.
So I just start, reading until the appointed hour.
Okay. So 6 o'clock comes, and you also. Well, I guess. Do you send a runner for him, or do you just go because he stays where you do?
I'll just slide a note under his door, because I know that like he was not sleeping. You know, I'm vaguely aware of like he looked exhausted. Because I know what an exhausted-looking dragonborn looks like, other than like these Yumis around here.
And then I hear something come under the door. The blade of my greatsword, not flame reach, just normal. And I have comes out and just like misses his face by like an inch.
Well, he slid it under your door. So.
Yeah, the minute I hear it go under the door, it's just like woof.
Do you like me? Yes or no? It's a crane. It's a paper crane.
I would go right away just so I can update him on what I found out. Unless you've already done that.
Update who?
Him about when we with the Drag Emperor, because he didn't hear any of that stuff.
Nobody's told me squat.
Oh no, I would have gone over whatever was the latest
While
development.
we're
eating.
eating. So what information did you gather? Because I wasn't actually here for.
Yeah, well, all the portals to the different realms were basically the gods sweeping out the troublemakers from this realm. So there's other portals to other areas, and each one of them is basically an age that was swept past.
Yeah, anytime some culture got too big or
Too evolved.
too evolved or too
Too
annoying,
uppity.
the gods just went, go into another
And
dimension.
the dragons was one of the first, according to him.
But not
but
the
it-
first, because these
One of.
Bulgarians came.
No, that was after, I thought.
Oh, they came after. You're right.
Because that's why he has no
knowledge.
knowledge of them, because they came after they were put out of that into their own place.
So that's interesting. Are we gonna go into a portal where the Vargarians are and get the crap kicked out of us?
And I'll be honest, I don't remember the chime thing. I'm blanking on it. I know that was important, but I'm blanking on
No,
it.
it went through. A chime happened when that portal was first constructed. Like when we went through the first time.
That's
we
right.
heard
Every
the chime.
time
Well,
one
you
of
said
those
there's something
portals
else with the
is
chime.
gone through.
Would have noted, but
For the
I
first
forget.
time, there's a chime. You hear a chime.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
the-
Dragon Emperor specifically mentioned something about the chime, which I
Didn't
first
he
can't
say that
The
that
breaking
was,
of
there
the
was at
seal.
least-
Yeah,
Didn't
I
he
was-
say that there were at least 3 that were broken, or was that an out of game thing?
I feel like there's something like that, but I thought he
No,
said
he said it
something
to
where
me.
like
He basically
if
said the
cer-
chime is because we reported that chime to him. He said it was the. I can't remember.
The breaking
exactly
of
what
a
he said.
seal.
Yeah.
I thought he said if there was a certain number of them that if they broke, that would like something bad would happen.
Yeah.
Could be tumultuous.
Yes, he
So I
did say
don't-
that.
One
He just didn't know the number.
one more thing to look into.
I thought it might make more sense with the other stuff you've been researching. It might make fill in some holes.
Yep.
Put it on my to-do list.
Well, I'm better at investigating now, so.
Yeah, as long as you don't focus on it.
Well, I mean, my intelligence actually went up as well, so it is in fact better.
I've become more likable.
You become more likable.
Yeah, it's true. Hard to imagine, really.
So, when the appropriate hour, meets, we, gather at the inn for a meal, and we'll discuss what we want to do for a plan.
Yep. So, you have no indication of what this could possibly lead to, do you?
Absolutely none, other than the answers are on the other side.
What are we waiting here for?
On the side of what?
The sigil that I drew.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was aware that you guys were there when I started, and clearly when I was done, well, you guys were all gone. And he was kind of in and out, but I can activate it, and I imagine that it'll create some kind of portal, and we just step through. And
Is this different than the one going to the dragon world?
In construction, yeah.
It's not related as far as.
as far as I'm aware, no.
We don't need to go breaking more chimes or seals.
So why do you think we have to go there?
Well, we're trying to get information in regards to the Vargarians, right?
Yeah.
There's information on the Vargarians on the other side of this portal.
How do you know that?
So I struck a bargain to get it.
But you did back out of this, so this may not go well when we cross that barrier.
I hope it goes back to the Goblin King.
Oh, so you.
Now, not that I would ask you to do this now, but if pressed, do you think you could recreate that circlet that you drew?
It's there. It's
I mean, if you needed to make another one, Because that's quite a phenomenon of itself. It's beyond my capabilities.
No, you basically poured the magic out of you into it.
Yeah.
You're basically like a big meat puppet.
Aren't we all?
That's what my mom calls me.
On the good days.
But it's.
I didn't bring my tenderizer.
What's up?
Are you cold?
Yes.
She doesn't produce body heat. Remember?
You have like a parka on.
Orange.
I contemplated wearing a tank top.
We going through this hole?
That would have definitely gotten you
Need a
more.
hat?
No, I have one, but thank you. That would have gotten you more followers, subscribers, if you just wore a tank top.
Or less.
Less.
Okay then.
So we'll have our meal and go on through.
Is he no longer exhausted now?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, they're serving blackberry brandy glazed goose tonight.
Oh man,
Not anymore. We ate it all.
May as well.
I ate a whole bunch.
With
Of
the
it.
side of some dire snapping turtle soup.
Dire snapping.
I definitely
not eat that.
go for that because it's gonna be the last meal. I don't know where this thing leads, so I'm gonna
find out
go.
who went and hunted down that giant snapping turtle because they need to be in our group.
It goes to the land of the wise and ancient
With the
turtle
soup,
god.
a little shot of sherry comes
And
out.
you just sacrilege
How,
before you
how
went
much
there.
for the meal?
That's better. Doesn't matter.
It's not enough to worry about.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm covering. Since they all risk their lives coming to get my ass.
Are you cosplaying a ninja now? Mm-hmm. Getting in character. Oh, that's right. You have the.
I'm an
you took
assassin now.
Yeah, you're all set.
And she is a creed.
So as you guys go back to the library, there's a slightly crossed, older-looking elf standing outside your door.
My door?
Yeah, with his arms crossed, tapping his foot. That you recognize immediately as Asalar.
Oh crap. How
And your door is now open. And your door is open.
how have I upset him?
Have you scrawled a teleportation circle in your chamber?
No,
No.
Is he
that's a
past
new
the-
rug. That's a new rug I got.
What did you do to the floor in his chamber?
I really.
Who are you?
No, I did it in the ceiling of your chamber.
How dare you? How dare you try to do that and pin it on us?
I beg your pardon, Master Analasalar.
Master Atlas.
Yes, he's an elf. He's got names like that.
Anil
Master
Astalar.
Analasalar.
He's trying to ignore the
Ask your
the
doctor about
gobblos, but he's
Analasalar.
having a little difficulty with it.
Don't you dare try to ignore us, sir. We're unignorable.
So
That's why it's
I don't know how to
difficulty.
say
You
it, but
stole
I'm going to
the-
give him
you stole the steel boots.
concise version
me in
of
the eye!
what happened. So whatever you consider that being with Relion, that's
Okay.
what I'll do.
So you're making bargains with extra-dimensional beings in some Fey realm, and the rest of you are traipsing across the multiverse.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, you nailed it, dude.
What, you jealous?
That's our cliff notes right there.
Yep.
No wonder why these short-lived races are so short-lived.
Beg your pardon, a Dragonborn will actually live quite a long time.
Can I let Rip Nugget eat this guy?
I would
Well, you don't come down
Highly,
from your stomach, so yes, you live longer than
Yes or
advise
no?
I would advise against it.
Okay. No.
He's there's a reason he's the head of the library.
He seems like a real douche.
He's quite powerful.
He
And it's-
knows
You're
the
not telling me
Dewey
he's
Decimal
not a
System.
douche.
He's not a douche.
His surname is Massengill, though.
He kind of walks away from you into your room, and is looking at it. And furthermore, is there something you're not telling me? This is beyond your ability.
Todd, do you still have that sleep spell?
Yep, but he's immune to that.
Oh, god damn it.
His HP is more than 10.
I could lower his respect
And
bias by
it's
casting
permanent.
it. Really? You're half elf and you're casting a sleep spell at me. How dumb are you?
Oh, that's good.
I know where you're going with this. If you want to come along, just ask.
This dude is mad jelly, bruh.
Yeah, man, just ask. It's okay.
I'll
My
teach you secret handshake and everything. You know,
Hand shape.
handshake.
handshake.
Like, my tongue rebelled.
Shaped like
this.
what we're doing is for the better defense of the realm, as much as absurd as that may seem. We are tracking an invading horde, and this will be the answer to solving that.
I'm certain that you've read my report about the Vargarians.
Yes, I have. On the plus side, this can't cross any planes, at least.
That's good to know.
Yeah, we knew that.
So it's
No die.
Of course it can't.
so this is just within our realm.
It is.
That's just a portal to the basement.
To Mars.
The elevator. Mystic elevator.
So while if you you say it's beyond my skill, when I came back from the Goblin King's realm, I was overcome with a desire to scroll this, and I could not actually contain. I could not contain it. I could not hold it back.
Right in the middle of your sentence, he starts. And he's staring at you, and then he gets like this
Oh,
far from your
shit.
face.
That's right. He had a fever, and the only cure
And
was
he's
drawing
looking.
portals.
He's looking, he's like, you're changed.
Yes.
You're not wearing
Your
sunglasses
hair,
or nothing, bro?
it's green and long.
I feel
and
like you
your
would have covered
eyes-
that up.
And as he
What?
says, your
I feel like
eyes.
you would have covered that up, like put on sunglasses and pulled your hair back and put a hat on, maybe.
A man bun.
The sunglasses shop was closed.
The sunglasses hut kiosk at the mall was closed when he stopped by.
As he says, and your eyes, his jaw drops, and he looks at the Gobblos, and he just has this expression of fright. on
We
his
just
face.
wink at him. We're like,
One of us.
What have you done?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Do I need
What
to
have I
knock him out?
done?
Can I knock him out?
No! Oh my God.
There's no need.
Do you know where this goes?
Much.
I do not. I can tell you though, it's permanent, and wherever it goes is going to. Be
I do have the
permanent.
feeling that
What do you
where
mean,
we're
it's one
going,
way?
we do not need roads.
Are you saying permanent as one way?
No,
Send the owl through.
Once you open it, it stays open?
this is a permanent teleportation circle.
It's already open,
It's
right?
going to be linked to someplace.
So
Forever?
It's not active yet, though, right?
So if I open it, whatever is
We
on the
can
other
never
side
close it.
could come through. It won't be able to be closed, and whatever comes through is going to come right through into my study.
Yes.
Do you
Let's
want me
do
to
it.
stand in front?
Let's do
So
it.
I will utter some, whatever expletives come out, but it comes out in Goblin.
hell yeah!
We both go, oh!
He said that. You're not supposed to say that.
I am going to send for some guards to guard this door.
Isn't currently active?
No.
I'm asking the guy who says it's beyond you.
I am not sure what will happen if someone steps into the circle, because you did not create a circle just here. You've created the circle in two places.
How could I have created it in two places at the same time?
It's imprinted itself, and he starts looking. He starts like in the air tracing some of the sigils with a long, delicate, manicured finger.
Listen.
Oh, this guy.
This thing was given to us by the Goblin King.
This guy, right?
It's definitely that we're supposed to go through it. You don't give people a portal and tell them not to walk through it.
Stop in the middle of the night.
So let's just stop dicking around and jump through the portal.
My young man, this is most certainly not a portal. This is a teleportation circle,
Whatever.
which is way different than a portal. A portal links two different dimensions. This merely links two different places on
Up top, yeah!
Is a dimension
I
a
don't even
place?
sleep.
Is a dimension a place?
a dimension is a place.
I rest my
Sometimes-
case. I rest my case, sir. It connects this place to the other place. It's the exact same thing. There's no difference whatsoever.
Don't bother.
The old guy
It'll only
like chucks the goblin into the circle.
It'll only frustrate you even further if you bother to argue.
So are we going through the blue portal or the orange portal?
It's silver.
Let me respond by.
So, Can I make a Arcana check?
Sure.
You can do whatever you want. You can make an intimidation check. You
So
can make a nature
20.
check.
Teleportation circle says you actually.
Normally, yes.
No, okay. Never mind then.
By normally
yes, it's
he
funny.
means fuck you.
It's funny how that doesn't. It might have worked.
I was gonna say that it normally, when you cast it, you can link it to one that you already know its sequence. So,
But you didn't
I think
cast
you're
it in the
talking
first
about
place.
Stargates.
well, I technically did.
Yeah, you gotta lock that chevron in, man.
Yeah, lock
I
in
didn't
the
cast it as
chevrons,
per,
baby.
cast it. I drew.
And maybe
I
some
drew the
shell and
thing.
Sunoco too.
So
Oh, no.
you're saying that there's something in this circle that shows that like a new sequence was created in two places, or is
It
there
didn't
some-
print it at two places at the same time. It is permanent, and it will only go to one place.
that is like some Archmage type shit right there. And you don't use these
Getting
words
bored of this
lightly.
conversation, I go stand in it.
All right, fired up. Let's go for a walk.
Bloodfang is gone.
Sweet. Now let's take the floor
Oh,
apart.
did you jump in it?
Yes. I was growing bored with the conversation.
All right.
I want to test out this permanent business. Let's try to destroy it at this point.
So I'll I'm not jumping in guns a-blazing. I'll send the owl through and look through his eyes.
There you go. He's gonna do the 360 on you.
Jumping through guns a-blazing. I fire bolts into it, then I jump through.
John Woo style.
Bye.
Okay, so
I've never been to Paris.
so the rest of you just watches the Bloodfang, then the owl, and then
Make sure my lackey's in one piece.
And then Pickle Dick for sure just filled the owl and our friend with crossbow bolts.
Yeah, the last thing you see, Ted, is a volley of crossbow bolts.
That was 25 gold.
It's a good place for
So
training.
you see the two of them standing on a high bluff.
The two of who? Oh, okay, there's two.
Yeah, standing on a high bluff, within a circle of the silvery runes, which is starting to get a little bit crowded. Looking out over the bluff, you see a city, and it seems to be constructed wholly of silver and brass. There are spires jutting up all different angles. It is circled by a wall. Everything you see seems to be made of some kind of metal. There are strange wheels, some of them with like square edges attached to them. There's coiled springs and springs that have been sprung all along the wall. It's almost like it's made up of all gears and cogs. They're not moving. You from where you're facing, you can actually see the gate to the city, which appears to be two large cogs.
I feel like our
Meshed
new friend the
together.
gnome
Nope.
would love this place. No.
And the first thing when you look at this, Pickle Dick, the first thing you probably think is that is a horrible wall for keeping people out. You could just climb right to the top. There's so many handholds. Doesn't make any sense.
25 history check. Have I heard of this place?
No. You never. You may have possibly either read about or seen things similar to it, but on such a small, minute scale. And in addition to this, I mean, these buildings, these walls, Pickle Dick, remind you of the thing that Sparks was looking for. To a certain extent, only much larger. And from here, you can see the glint of the sunlight off of the armor of soldiers along the wall. You see them. You can see their armor.
Dave, how much do we know about our own planet?
It's a large and mysterious place. Just kidding.
Stuff. I mean, you know stuff like what? What specifically?
Like, in Dragonlance, everybody pretty much kind of knows, like, they have a general idea of the map of the world and who lives where. So we know stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's up to you, like, depending on how widely traveled you are.
Right.
I mean, I imagine I would think the gobblers don't concern themselves with the bigger picture as
Right.
much because they're,
Right.
usually high.
But what
We also
So-
were in a traveling circus, though. So
Oh yeah. So
But we
yeah,
have to
you've
know
been around and
relatively-
seen
I mean,
stuff.
But we
What do
do
you- what
actually
are you
have an
looking
edge, and then there be dragons.
Right. So
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, is there a place where like nobody knows what's beyond it?
Oh yeah, there's lots of places like
Lots
that.
of places like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely uncharted places.
But this is definitely our planet.
Yes, this is your plan.
Okay.
Like my character focuses, like he has expertise on Arcana and history, and geography falls under history.
Okay.
And the fact that I got a 25 on my check and I don't know anything about this.
Because
Yeah,
30
all-
in this edition is impossible.
Okay.
Like that's kind of the highest. So
Everything, everything around the city is basically mountain ranges. It's almost like it's in a valley.
okay. You said that they see that when they look through the portal. What do we see when we look through the
But
portal?
you're saying the same thing. I'm saying, they're saying what Ted is seeing what the owl, rather than seeing what the owl sees. The owl is basically seeing the same thing you guys are.
No, I'm not saying I doubt what I'm seeing. I'm saying, what do I see when I look through the portal? Now that I'm on the other side of it.
Oh, looking back.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's just this the circle
Oh, okay.
that you guys stepped into.
Can I jump up on it?
If you jump up on it when you land again, there's a whoosh sound and you're back in the library.
Heck yeah! Let me tell you guys, there's
300 years have passed now.
shit!
We're all skeletons.
Fucking skeletons. That tinkerer better be done with my equipment. There's like
He's
a
built you battle armor by now.
there's like a
been paying
mechanical
for it for
city out there until you turned into dust.
Until the hopes, because I was hoping you would come home.
There's like a mechanical city it's like a mountain, and there's a valley, and Bloodfang was there, and I
And it's
was
still
there, and your owl was there. It was really cool.
And then I came back.
Now I'm back.
That's what
We just shut the portal down now. It's seen it.
Does that look like what the Vargarians are made of?
It didn't, right?
No.
well, they are made of metal and almost clockworks. So
I'll tell you what it did look like. It looked like that crapola that Crapsmith was making back down Crap Alley.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We just saw him today. What was his name?
Crap.
Sparky McCrapsalot. You want? Let's go get him.
You meet individuals with the most interesting names.
Crappy McCrap.
I say we go get this.
Well,
this
so
tinker
you've
now.
seen it. Can you confirm
Yeah,
what he speaks of?
he is.
So we
I
can see the armor.
close my eyes and come out of
Yes.
the familiar vision.
I'm gonna note where
Yeah,
they are.
and I
Okay.
I describe the
In relation to
city
where I'm at.
that we're seeing, and,
Okay.
and the
Yeah,
actual
they seem to be,
location
like,
of
regular-
where
what you
the
would
actual
consider
portal
regular
is. So we're on
guard
on a
postings
bluff. It's
along the
not like,
wall.
oh, we're right in the city where anybody's going to be wandering back and forth. So
Well, it sounds rather fascinating, shall we?
I think we shall.
I think we go get that tinkerer and see what he thinks of it.
His head will
Do you
explode.
still have that quiver of spyglasses on you?
No. Yes.
I might need one.
Do you have 1,000 gold?
I've got enough platinum to give you.
How many platinum? What? How many platinums of gold?
10 platinum to gold.
Yeah.
Everything's on a 10 scale.
Oh.
It's the other way around. 1 platinum is 10 gold.
Are you yelling this at the ground?
No,
Because I'm not there.
no.
Yeah, I suggest we go get that
We-
tinker.
We have
I think we
toucans
both
on
stepped
strings
in
through
by
the
the
portal.
coast
We're
is clear.
Oh, you
talking.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, this is just me thinking out loud.
Then I say to Grown Ups, let's go get that guy. He'll know about this stuff.
What time is it?
It's 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
A little after
It's
6.
7 probably right now.
Let's get him.
We're going to run down and get the tinker now.
Is he at his house? Is he at his tinker? Does he live there?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what?
it's a shop. He lives at his shop. Yeah.
I say, close up shop. You're gonna want to see this. Come with us. And then we start dragging him out of there.
But this is highly unlikely. And
It's totally happening, man.
He yells
Let him
inconceivable.
lock up. Let him
Yeah.
lock up. Let him lock up. Fill your pockets. Let him lock up there for
Anthony's
real.
got 3 random gadgets. one of them doesn't work.
None of which work.
One of them is an iPhone, but they have not
We
invented
have
the
look.
ba-
We have
ba-
Dragon Have
battery.
Carrium.
Don't even
everything
write it
he
down,
makes
just add weight
works,
to your
just not how he intended it.
Once. It works once.
Yeah, I'm going to take him to the portal and drop him through it. I mean, I want to...
What are you doing toward the goblin?
I
Just ran.
stopped
When
you
anyone
from
under off to
driving him
get something,
through
I don't
it.
know
He's
what
gotta
they're
go
doing, so
through
I
it.
go
And
through
gently
and start
coerce him through
investigating
it.
myself.
It's on the
Okay.
floor. There is nothing but drop through.
Looks like we got.
So the goblins
Does
run
this-
away.
Does this seem similar
We
to
bravely
where
ran away.
the Vargarians were digging up a ziggurat in a way that like landmarks and stuff?
No, it doesn't. And
This is definitely a separate place than that.
yeah, and the clock workings are much different than the Vargarian style. So they both seemed kind of like, the clockwork is just that. It's clock workings, where the Vargarians seemed very much kind of like Arcana tech.
Are there roads
So,
going in and out of the city?
There is a road that leads up to the front gate.
You went through.
So since
Yeah.
since the goblins kind of
If you guys wandered off, I said, well,
assuming
I
Torg is
figured
going to
that.
tell
Who
me
knows
this,
how long you guys will
I'll
be
step back through and I'll describe what I'm seeing to Analasalar and see if he knows anything about this. See if there's anything
Oh, right.
that we can kind of do to
Crusty old man's still there.
mask the
See what that asshole has to say.
mask the circle in some way, shape, or form to prevent Wandom rendering people.
He's like, yeah, put some
Rendering?
bushes on it. Every time you try to put a
Random
bush on it, it
wandering
goes
through
through.
into my study.
You just put a carpet over it, and the carpet's got a dip.
Like,
Yeah, I would think you're gonna have to conceal
Build
it
a
with
well around
magic
it
or
and just say
something.
all out. It's just broken well.
Powerful magic.
You should build a little, like, hotel room over it, and then put a VCR and a TV there, and leave a video that says that you're gonna die in 7 days, and then
What?
He went with my well thing, went to the next step. I
took
you.
the
got
the
you.
well to the
I
next
got you.
step.
They weren't down that one though.
It has the
what-
ring
what,
of truth. The ring.
The ring of truth.
What type of
one
magics
ring.
would you recommend?
You could
Just put
try,
a sleep spell near
You
it.
could try disguising it with
Trigger
an
it.
illusion.
What kind of illusions do I have?
Or
access to?
aren't I mean the goblins are master woods folk. They could camouflage it
it's a bush
or something.
Latrine.
in the middle of his house.
A rock. Well, I mean,
No, on the
I meant
other
on the other
side.
side.
Oh, on the other side.
Jackass, what the fuck?
I mean, be my guest to put a bush on.
Someone's a
into
lot
rounded
less
corners.
likely to walk through the side that's up on a cliff face than they are the one that's in the town.
To hide our only way back.
Well,
Where does the road seem to go
on this
to?
plane,
What's it
who
leading?
knows what could-
Specific.
Oh, where it leaves Mountain Pass.
So there's something else beyond.
Yeah,
I'm looking for any motion, anything like any activity on the road, on the wall.
nothing's moving. And you
I
guys are
borrow,
kinda,
I borrow something from the quiver of spyglasses.
You hate the own drugs.
So does he have any idea where this place is?
he does not.
You need to roll a die. Suck.
he rolls a die.
I know
like,
everything he knows.
Dave's like, no.
And you're like, Dave, you rolled a 20.
You could
That was
possibly.
just the hard candy. There's
You
nothing.
could also possibly have the goblos try and disguise it as well.
Yeah,
as,
that's
Falco
probably going to be
said.
an early option because I
I
don't
don't have
thi-
enough magics.
I don't think my illusory script is gonna quite cut it.
You may say something else. Like, absolutely do not go here.
Beware.
Poison well.
This does not lead to a library and magical treasures on the other
Totally
side.
not a vulnerable town on the other side of this world.
There you
Or
go.
just
That's
bit-
ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
Just build an outhouse over top of it. Crap,
Then how do we get back?
There's a lot of crap in your room. That's all I'm saying.
I was thinking you could put your hut over top of it.
Oh, the tiny. Yeah, but that goes away after like a day.
Oh, you got Lehman's tiny hunt as well?
Remember he used it in the fight with the kobolds or something?
I was gonna use it to block out a passage if I needed to.
All right. Well, eventually they
So
come
eventually
with,
they-
with an abducted gnome, and we're on the other side.
Yeah, you guys hear, hey, you can't do that from an old elf as you guys jump through the portal holding the gnome.
Yeah, we say, out of the way. And we grab the gnome's arms and jump through the portal. And then when we get to the other side, we're like, what does that do? Look at that thing over there. What's it do?
And he comes smack dab up against the cod piece of Bloodfang, and he's like, I don't know.
Not that. Not that. That's useless. The thing behind it.
And so the goblos jump through the portal with a strange gnome that is dressed ridiculously.
More ridiculous than the goblins.
Oh, look, you got a familiar.
It's a rivalry.
not.
It's definitely a rivalry. He looks around.
The circus
Bloodfang,
performers are multiplied.
Apparently.
and pulls out a pair of spectacles and puts them on and begins squinting and goes.
I give him 2 spy glasses.
One this way, one that way.
I'm pretty sure you said you didn't have them with you and they were hidden.
Me?
Yeah.
You don't want to know where they were hidden.
And
Very
yeah,
nearby.
he's
I don't know
like,
what
his
it would
jaw
be like that
drops
one.
and he might be drooling a little.
What
So
did you?
do you know what that
What's it
place
do?
is?
What's it do?
I don't know. And then he gets, that's when
Push
he
him
gets
right back through the
his
portal.
eyes, as he says that, his eyes begin to sparkle.
Go the fuck home!
Done with you.
Hey, remember?
I'm summoning you.
I
Push.
say, remember how I told you I was going to have a bigger job for you if you impressed me with the previous job?
Yeah.
I kick him through the hole.
No, you don't. Come on.
Yeah,
You're like abusing this poor dude.
hug him. I'll give him access to this fucking city full of mechanic and stuff.
Can you summon anyone more useful?
He's going to have a week-long boner on the other side of
to
that.
drag him through a portal.
He
for
calls it
15
summoning.
minutes.
Summoning.
15 seconds.
He makes machinery. If anybody might know what this
That's
town might do, he might.
But
He
you
said he
have to
doesn't.
just look there,
Fuck
look
him.
at it through.
That's how he
Spyglass.
casts Find Familiar. He grabs you out of your house while he drags you.
Jesus, Anthony.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Find Familiar.
Well, number one,
AKA
you can
kidnapping.
jump right back through.
Yeah, there's nothing's happening.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I poke my head through. Hey, old man, don't let anybody come through here.
Both the gnome
this
and the
point-
elf say, "Excuse me."
At this point, he's actually got guards posted out the door.
Yeah, there you go. See?
And the gnome is like flinging himself at their legs.
I say
can't
don't
get
let
the-
him back in unless we tell you to.
Oh, that's certainly going to go over well. Unless we are taking orders from the goblin.
He's not even there anymore. He went back to elsewhere. So
To get back to the road and all that, there's no motion on the road. There's no motion on the where the road
there's
hits
absolutely
the wall. There's like
no
a gate
movement.
that's closed, open.
the gate is closed, and you know the only thing you see is in the fading light. Like I said, is you see the light reflecting off of various metal surfaces, and they're like everywhere.
Now look, guys, it doesn't take a clocksmith to know one thing about that building, or that city, is those walls suck as walls. I could climb over that wall in my sleep.
But there are guards on those walls.
No, not
Fair
that I can
enough, but
see.
you still don't make your walls all covered in crap that's climbable.
Why don't you
Unless,
Actually,
What you
if
said-
if you make them climbable and people try to climb it, it is going to be a very slow climb, which makes you a nice, happy target for the people on the walls.
only if they're looking.
Can you send your owl ahead to see over top the wall as we make our way there? Because I don't think there's anybody home.
But I got a hypotenuse for you.
A hypotenuse?
I do. And I think that's that if you saw the other side of them walls, they'd be nice and smooth because they're not locking people out. They're locking people in!
So, can I take a look?
You're gonna send the out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kiss your owl goodbye.
Okay. So as your
Goodbye, Al Capone.
owl lifts off and soars over the walls, you see the soldiers arrayed upon them at regular intervals, or at least what you thought were soldiers. They're actually not suits of armor. They seem to be men made out of clockworks. They look very ornate, and a lot of artistry
They're
went
not
into
ornate?
making them. No. And a lot of artistry went into making them, but right now they're not doing anything but standing there like statues.
Okay. So, do they actually look like statues, or do they actually look like they're alive and
They look like,
Columns?
well, to you, they look like metal statues of some sort, and they have all kinds of springs and cogs,
so?
But they're not moving.
but nothing is moving.
Is the other side, as he is predicting, smooth?
No, it's the same, more of the same. And then as the owl does a sweep through and over the city, you see more of these Clockwork people. Did
Beth's
someone
sword.
just die behind me?
No, it's Beth's sword.
Oh. So you hear more. You see more of these clockwork beings, and they all seem as if frozen in time. Some of them are like polishing with a rag. Others look like they're sweeping. There's even one that appears to be walking a clockwork dog.
But everything is just stopped.
Everything's just stopped, and the dog is like stopped at it's a post in the ground with some kind of glass jar on the top of it, and the dog actually has its leg lifted, and it's like frozen like that. And every once in a while, you'll see one of these clockwork creatures in clothing, dressed in different. Basically, like you would see in aristocrats wearing, and they also seem to have like hair made of metal that's either like bronze or brass or silver. It almost looks like a wig style you guys may have seen before, and it appears they are wearing different genders of clothing, and the clothing is very, very sophisticated and ornate, and you've probably in Gryffindor you've probably never seen anything like it.
Except for what Helmsworthy makes.
Well, he could make it, but that doesn't mean that
He does.
he does, because you need someone to buy it.
Poppycock.
I'm fairly certain you've probably bought at least 2 things that ornate out of him.
How long does it take us to get there?
It's not that far at all. Probably 15-20 minutes walk to the gate.
I will camouflage the portal.
Awesome. So I'll tell them what I saw, and I'm deigning myself not to have to walk anymore. So I will spend a minute and phantom steed and ride along.
Okay.
You're not the only one melted.
Yeah, is Rip Nugget with you?
I was gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, both my spiders.
Have spiders will travel. So it doesn't take you long at all. As you get closer and closer to the gate, Pickle Dick, you feel a weight around your neck grow ever so slightly where the medallion is.
It's the Schwartz.
It's changed. It's gone from a flat disc, almost like a coin, which one side of it has a goblin on it, and the other side a crown. It is now a key that is made of 3 different cogs and a bar.
And a bar?
Yeah, connecting them. Yeah, there's like 2 cogs on one side, and the other side is just a cog, and the bar connects all 3.
Okay.
And as you guys approach the gate, smack dab in the middle of it is a keyhole.
How big are we talking here?
I'm pretty sure I could pick that lock. Everybody back up while I take a look at it.
How big
I
what?
pull out like a
This is the
dagger and a
Oh, the door, it's like usually 15 foot
Hair,
wide, 15 foot high.
A comb.
Single door, or
comb.
double door?
I'm like,
They're
me have it,
round,
let me
they're
have it.
giant round cogs.
You pull out a
Okay.
single bobby pin.
It's like a bank vault door.
You sure you want this
Kind of.
open, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like a just maniacal laughter once you turn the key.
So you sure you want this open, right? And I'm making it look like I'm picking the lock.
Yeah.
Do you even have thieves' tools?
No, he's got a key.
Do I have thieves' tools? Do I have thieves' tools?
I need
Do I-
No, because I'm saying if I had thieves' tools, I'd be like, no, let me do it.
I need some candle
What the hell are you
wax,
talking about? You
rotten
do
egg,
it. You know.
and a sandwich, and I can open his door.
And a snorkel.
Oh, no, I'm
That guy's leg.
practicing. I'm practicing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure you want it open, right?
Yes.
We definitely want to know. You want some help?
Oh, geez, I can't get it. Oh, punk. I try to pull like a
You
Fonzie.
Fonzie it?
I try to Fonzie it, but I'm actually just turning.
Hey.
So as soon as you turn the key, all along the wall, you hear steam blow out. You hear the whirl of gears, the compressing of springs, and that wall that looked very easy to climb now looks very dangerous. Like you could still, there's a lot of handholds, but it looks like if you're holding at the wrong spot at the wrong time, you're gonna lose some fingers, because all those wheels and gears and bars and pulleys are all moving now.
Turn it the other way.
And there's pistons going up and down, and then the wheels begin to spin away to the opposite sides to reveal the city beyond. And standing on the other side of the door of the gate is another one of those clockwork beings with the fancy wig, except for this one is dressed in a major domo uniform, and it happens to be holding a key that looks just like yours. And so it's kind of like in a pose like this, like it just had pulled back its arm, and then it looks down at the key, and then it looks up at the door, and if a clockwork man can have a puzzled look, this one does.
Wait, is he frozen or no?
No, he's moving.
Oh, he's moving. Okay.
Greetings. We come from the great and grand city of Gryffindor, and myself by way of the Dragon Kingdoms and lands.
And beyond him on the fairway, you basically see what looks like to be a marketplace with vendors hawking stuff and people buying stuff, but they're all these clockwork things.
Like clockwork apples.
So everything's moving.
Yes.
Okay.
Permission to enter your grand and great city.
I suppose, sir. We just shut down.
Sure. So yes, things seem to be they seem to be stagnant.
What is this place?
Oh, welcome to the Clockwork Kingdom.
And why did you shut down?
Oh, because it was by order of the Clockwork King. Well, the Clockwork King via the Clockwork Court.
So what provoked you to shut your kingdom down, as it were?
Well, that would be for the king to decide. I do not know. I just follow the orders.
May we have audience with this court or king at some point? Soon, I would hope.
Normally, I would find that highly unlikely. And he cocks his head as if he's listening to something you can't hear. And he goes, yes, right this way.
Well, that was well enough. And Balweek Rana Wheat Minibon to you.
And then they all just jump on you. So
It's the universal's greeting, you know.
He begins leading the lot of you through the city.
I'll ask all kinds of questions. Do you are there people like us that have come here before? Are there any customs that we need to be aware of?
What age and era have you been dormant since?
He actually gives you a date that doesn't make any sense to you. Any of you.
I don't understand a lot of things, so.
Are there any rules or customs that we need to be aware of?
Just the normal ones when dealing in polite society.
Don't let your flesh show.
It's a big one.
Don't swim around flaming swords. Got it.
What is their policy with those who breathe, or I don't know what the appropriate way to say such.
Well, we have not had any of your kind as guests in quite a long time. And our city here is rather isolated. And we're self-sustaining. We don't need anything from the outside. Our forges and foundries create all that we need.
So, do you go through any of the processes that organic forms might? You don't breathe, I'd imagine.
No. We
Sleep?
have no need of it.
Sleep?
For what?
Obviously, probably don't eat.
No. And as you guys are walking through the market, they're hawking different things like
Gear apples.
no gear apples, jugs of liquids. They're some kind of oil. You don't really catch the first part of it. You don't know. It's an unfamiliar word. There's carts full of springs and gears.
We're in the movie Robots.
You see people sweeping things and cleaning things that are already pretty much clean. And for the most part, they seem to be going through what you would consider the normal day-to-day of any city.
So I will make a mention about how clean and pristine the place is.
He seems to perk up. Well, thank you. We do our best.
I think it fits your standards of how the room should be.
Yes, if we had contingents of these to do the janitorial duties around Griffengath, the efficiency. I mean, I think for the Dragon Kingdoms, these would be very excellent hires.
What language are you talking in?
Draconic.
Okay.
So, after an hour wandering through the city, you're finally taken to the heart of the city where there is a palace.
So one of the questions I'll ask is, what do they consider the primary language of this place?
This tongue I'm speaking to you, and he speaks common.
Just making sure.
So, after you get to the palace, which is made up more gears, more pistons, brass and polished metal everywhere you look. It's fantastic, all fantastical. Things are moving, and the one of the things you probably all do notice, like if you pay attention, like most of the clockworks and steam-powered things that you witness don't seem to have a point that you can discernibly tell. They don't seem to be doing. They don't seem to be doing.
They just move
anything.
to move.
Yeah. So you're led through the palace. There's guards who, they look like all the other clockwork men. The only difference is they're armed with weapons and they have shields.
So you would say that the clockwork people are just as diverse as other races, or are they made in like?
They're not. Yeah, they're not exactly the same. When you look at them, there's definitely differences.
Okay.
And you'd be able to tell one from the other.
Okay.
We do with the transformable city.
Though there's nothing that you could discern that would determine why one is wearing a dress and one is not, as far as what you've seen. And only every once in a while do you actually see one that is actually clothed. Most of them are just walking around with nothing on. And you don't see any real point to the ones wearing clothes. And you're also probably thinking, like, with all their gears and cogs and whatnot, they must have to do something special to make sure the clothes don't get snagged.
Well, I'm a little sympathetic to the fact that it seems like a lot of humans can't distinguish between male and female dragonborn, even though we have very alluring women. I don't understand what could be.
Now's not the time for this.
Well, I'm thinking the non-dragonborn are like, wow, that's a really good idea. Yeah, if dragonborn were only wise enough to put dresses on their women, we could always tell the difference.
Right.
So after that, a brief tour of the palace, you're led to what is clearly a throne room
With gears.
with gears. Yes, actually, all the doors are like that. They're all gears that slide to the side or into the floor or ceilings. And sitting upon a throne on a dais, the far end of this room. Also, those posts with the glass balls, as soon as everything turned on, the glass balls began to light up. So even at night, the city was well lit. This chamber has those glass balls all along the walls of the long hall, lighting it up. It's well lit. And the far end, sitting on the throne with an enormous mace leaning up against the throne at the side.
Isara.
How did you know? The mace itself looks like it's kind of like frosted over, the hoarfrost. The figure, even from this distance, you can see as he breathes in and out slowly and rhythmically, puffs of frost come from his mouth. Even from this far away, through his great helm, you can see the ice blue eyes. He's wearing a suit of full plate armor that is all silver trimmed in gold. The only difference is, in parts, the armor is actually missing, and it's clockwork gears and pulleys.
But he's clearly breathing.
He's clearly breathing. Where he's literally wearing armor, and as you look at him more, he very much resembles the Dragon Emperor that you've met from the Dragon Lands.